how are you today? Time to talk housewives. We have a lot to talk about today for the housewives, but let me start out by saying this. You know how some people are the type of people that don't say I told you so. They rather take the high road and, you know, rise above all the pettiness. Not me, people. I mean, don't even give me that title. I'm as petty can get. I really am. And I have been telling you guys for months that Nene Leakes was fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And people read me a riot act, okay? But this is the thing that really got to me. Some people say, you don't support black women, you're a black woman hater. Hello? Look in the mirror, people. What am I? I'm a black woman. That does not make me a black woman hater because I like to tell the facts, okay? It is what it is. And I wasn't down for Nene suing Andy Cohen because I felt like you weren't saying that he was a racist years ago. Don't try to come at the last minute when the tides have turned and now pull this out of your hat that all of a sudden he's racist. I said it's a bad idea to sue him. You need to go with your head held up high. And I still stick to that to this day. I don't care what anyone thinks. I am not a black woman hater, but I don't also believe in playing the race card when it's convenient for you. I just don't do that. So, you know, a lot of people thought that when Nene said that he was racist, I should jump on board. No, wrong one. Go down the street for that. I don't do that. Especially when she was just pulling it out of her hat to benefit her. Now let's talk about this battle they've had going since the end of last season. Okay, so Andy Cohen wanted to make her a friend of the show, guarantee her 8 episodes with a paycheck. He wanted her to take $1 million demotion. Okay, he was over her. She got upset when she realized what was going on. She started coming out publicly. Against him, I'll put it that way, saying that he was racist, and then she said she was gonna sue him. She hired Lisa Bloom, and it just went on and on and on. He had gave her the opportunity to come back under these terms, okay? Friend to the show. She wasn't having it. She tried to play hardball, fighting with him in the media, supporting Black Lives Matter, saying he was racist, and it just went back and forth, until he withdrew the offer. Okay, so she came out an hour ago and said that she would no longer be with the show, be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But she worded it in a way as if it was her choice. He finally took that offer off of the table of her coming back at all. And I would believe that offer was withdrawn probably about 2 weeks ago. Then when she realized that he wasn't playing with her, she's the first person to suggest that Andy was racist and did black women wrong and that he needed to be sued. So people went ahead and did that. Then she came out when she realized he wasn't playing anymore and that the offer was off the table. She said that she would not be a part of the lawsuit. And she thought that he would change his mind. He did not change his mind. So basically, guys, she's saying that she walked away and this was her choice. This wasn't her choice. She was fired.
I have been on an extremely long, exhausting, tiring, emotional negotiation. There has been a lot of emotion flying from both sides. It has been hard, and I have made the very hard and difficult decision to not be a part of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13. It wasn't an easy decision for me. It was hard.
So there you have it, guys. In her own words, she's saying she quit the show. But we know how this game is played. Bravo would not come out and fire anyone. They will let you say whatever you're going to say. But when they take the offer off of the table, that means you're fired, okay? Just ask Tamra or Vicky Gunvalson if you don't believe me. But Nene made so many mistakes in this alleged negotiation that I just didn't understand why she was doing the things that she did. Like, I didn't understand threatening to sue the network. How does that make sense? I mean, if you even send me a cease and desist, I'm mad, let alone the threat of a lawsuit. I mean, I just didn't see how she thought this was going to work. Don't sue, don't threaten to sue, don't call him a racist at this point. Just walk away with your head held high and be thankful for the opportunities that you did have. Thank him for making you a millionaire and getting your name out there. I really do believe Nene Leakes is a household name. I don't know anyone that I can think of that doesn't know who she is. If anything, be grateful. But some people, when it's their time to go, they want to be bitter and cause problems. Vicky was that way, Tamara's that way. They're not thankful for what happened and the time that he gave them, and they made the crucial mistake of thinking, drum roll people, I want everyone out there to listen to this. They made the crucial mistake of thinking that Andy Cohen was their friend. When times were going good, they thought this man was their friend. He's not your friend. At the end of the day, he's a businessman, okay? And he does what's best for his business. And if he likes you and you're bringing in the ratings and he still wants to work with you, like I say, I mean, the sky's the limit. He is the best friend to have around. He'll make you rich. He'll give in to your crazy demands of all green M&Ms in a pink circle bowl. You can ask him anything, he will give it to you. But when it's time to move on, it's just that, time to move on. And people don't get it. They don't get it. These people think that he is their friend. You know who's also making that mistake of thinking that he's their friend? Lisa Rinna and Kyle. What part don't you guys get? He is using you for ratings. Lisa Rinna, you have sold your soul for somebody who you think is your friend. Lisa Rinna is going to have the hardest time when her time comes to leave the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because she has messed up her reputation on the outside. The outside world hates Lisa Rinna. She's not going to be able to get a job for a long, okay, you guys, please write this down, for a long time, just because she's hated. Okay, now Nene did walk away with a huge fan base, and I don't feel bad for Nene. It was time to go. You still have another way to make money. Unlike your counterpart, Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna is going to go broke when her time with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is over, because she's not going to be able to get a job. And she's not going to be able to get a job because she's hated the way that she's acting. She thinks that her time will never come to an end, and that's just the most foolish thing I ever heard of. But so that's what happened to Nene. She finally came out and said, guess what, guys, I don't work here anymore, you know. And then she wants to give a good speech, you know. It was fun while it lasted, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, Leakes, you were fired. But you, listen, you're walking away with more than anyone else. You are rich. You still have a huge fan base. You have a lot of ways to make money. You're an actress. You've been on Broadway. You made good with the time that you had on the show. You know, you have businesses. I don't think they're gonna last. What's the name of her stores? Swag Boutique. I don't think that's gonna last, because you can't live as lavish as you did before, but you're not in the poorhouse either. You brought your son a house. You know, you did good things with your money, but you might have to cut back. Instead of the Rolls Royce, or is it a Bentley? She drives some expensive car like that. You know, you might have to drop down to a Mercedes. You know, I'm just saying, but you know, you have a lot of opportunities. People in Hollywood behind the scenes like Nene. Producers like Nene. So she's not unable to make any more money. So congratulations, Nene, on your firing. I think it was a good thing. You had 10 years plus on that show. You made a good run out of it. You became a household name, and you are rich. Not rich, but you're rich. You don't have to worry about money anymore. So I think this was a good thing. Now let's move on to Dorinda. Ooh. Dorinda. Okay, so basically what I said before, I told you guys, they weren't upset with her because of the way she treated the cast. They love bad behavior. They were upset because she got into it with one producer in particular. They were going back and forth. It was a big war zone. And Bravo asked Dorinda to apologize to the producer, and she basically said no. The producer ended up going to another franchise. And so they fired her. They fired her because she wouldn't apologize. And then they realized, because of the public reaction, like, okay, this was a bad decision. We should bring her back to the show. But now that the big what do they call it? My mom used to call it ruckus, has died down, and no one has mentioned Dorinda's name anymore. Now the word is Andy Cohen is thinking maybe she needs a year off. I'm trying to tell you guys, he is a businessman, okay? Dorinda, it doesn't look like you will be returning to the show. When he says things like, maybe she needs a little time off, you know, that's not good. I mean, it was a bad mistake, if you ask me, to fire Dorinda. She is a fan favorite, but at the end of the day, if you give him time to reconsider, because remember, he's trying to cut back on these high salaries. And now you have opened up his, I don't know, what do they call it in football? Spending cap? I'm thinking, guys, he's not going to bring her back to the show. So there you go, guys. That's the latest Housewives news I have for you today. We have a lot to talk about in the comments section. Do you guys think that Nene will have a hard time getting another job? I really don't think so. And number two, do you guys think that Andy's going to bring back Dorinda now that he has had a chance to reconsider? I don't think so. We'll talk about it in the comments section. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. It does wonders for my video. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys in the comments section. We have a lot to talk about. Until next time, bye for now.